Dom, you were saying that you finally watched Thunderbolts. What are your
I finally
thoughts on
got
it?
around to watching the new Avengers.
The new Avengers?
X.
Spoilers.
It's not really a spoiler when opening night Marvel posted a thing that was like, "Come see the new Avengers."
Wait, did
I
they
think they
really?
waited till like the. I think they waited till the end of the
I don't.
weekend for them to
I don't
start
even know
like
if. Yeah,
sharing
I don't know.
posters.
It definitely wasn't a week. It was definitely like the first couple of days.
I mean, we're already into the next movie after that, so that's
Two, right?
No, just one because it was Thunderbolts. Then
Oh, I keep thinking that Brave New World was after it, but I do remember that they reference
they
Ross turning
represent
into.
to
yes.
the Hulk, Red Hulk.
What'd you think of it? Todd loves it.
I thought it was good. It was definitely like tonally different than a lot of Marvel movies, like
Yeah.
in general. Never
Yeah,
mind
for
what's
sure.
been like recent. I guess tonally, it's similar to Guardians 3 without like the Guardians vibe, where it's like very dark and about like a dark past.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. Todd and
I thought it
I
was
Todd and I talked about it again recently, and he was saying like it is a high tier for him. I don't know about that, but it was good. I had a good time with it.
I have it has its issues. Um, I don't. I mean, we're pretty far out from the movie now. I don't know how spoilery this is, but
I'll just say if you haven't watched Thunderbolts and you want it spoiled, skip 5 minutes and you'll be fine. And you can say whatever you want.
Marvel really didn't want to use Taskmaster again.
Yeah, it seems like
It was almost like she was thrown into this movie to like kill her. And Mike's probably right. Like they probably like, all right, we need to kill this character so we can reintroduce this character. But
Oh, okay. You think that's what they're doing?
I think
possible.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did they bring back the
They
same
could just
actress?
bring up the Taskmaster program or something dumb like they've been doing anyways, the Sentry program and whatever
they can
else.
also just they have the multiverse, and that's kind of what everything's still building towards. Just
like you didn't watch Peacemaker yet, right?
I didn't watch the new season yet.
It's just one episode so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably be in the docket for tonight or this weekend or something. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it.
What other things did I have from that movie? Oh, at the beginning, I texted Mike this. At the beginning of the movie, they keep referencing Oxcorp, and I like heard it like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, they're definitely saying Oscorp, right? And I had to like stop and go back and like listen to it.
Is that what they're saying? I didn't do that.
Oxcorp.
Like a bison. Well,
Yeah.
the animal ox.
Yeah.
Ox.
Or ox cord, like AUX.
No.
Sure.
I still don't know what they'd be referencing, but
the Oxen Corporation apparently is a thing, but it seemed like it was a stand-in for Oscorp anyways in the movie.
I mean, this is not related to that, and I guess it's not really, but sort of. But also, this is just rumor territory, so I don't think this is like something we can't just say. Milchek is rumored to be Norman Osborn. Did you see that?
I didn't see that he was rumored.
I just saw that he was cast.
I saw he was cast, and I saw someone say like, "Oh, wouldn't he make a great Osborn?" or something like that.
So I didn't look further into it. It could just be people saying that, but I thought I saw a thing that said like their rumors are that that's who he's cast as, but I didn't look further into it because I'll just watch that movie when it comes out, or if they show it in a trailer. But
I feel
that movie's starting to get really busy too. I'm getting kind of nervous for it.
I feel like they sort of blew their wad there by using the Willem Dafoe, like introducing Peter to a version of Norman Osborn who in this world has now killed his aunt. Like he knows that Norman Osborn can be a bad guy. So by bringing him in now, I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
I haven't
not weird, but like, yeah.
I haven't watched the Spider-Man movies in a long time. The Tom Holland ones. Marissa Tomei was his aunt, right?
Yes.
Did he have any other like New York people, like any other family that was ever in the movie? No, right?
No.
Wait, the Tom Holland ones?
Yeah, I don't remember the first
He,
movie.
he
When we're introduced to him, he just has his Aunt May.
well, yes. I only want to reference Madam Web because we know that he has other family.
Okay, let's take a step back here. We've never fully connected Madam Web, despite her web connecting us all. We've
Her
never
web connects with
actually we never actually connected Madam Web to the Spider-Man, actual Spider-Man. It was alluded to some capacity, and you can make the case that yes, we've met his parents, but we don't know that.
Is this
Well,
the
we not
Adam
even met his
Scott
parents.
thing or something else?
Yes.
Okay. Wouldn't it be fucking funny if Adam Scott somehow, I don't know how, but somehow showed up in the MCU and so it was fucking Milchek? I forget his first name. Tillman is the last name?
Tillman's the last name. I forget his
Is it
first name.
Trammell Tillman?
Yeah, I think it is another T name. I think it might be Trammell Tillman. That would be kind of funny if the two of them ended up in that movie somehow.
If there's one way for it to happen, it would be through Madam Web and her web.
It does.
She connects us all.
Yeah, I don't know.
That movie is the rumors about that movie are that it's getting very busy very quickly, and I don't know if we're in for just another like 2 hours of fan service or if it's going to like.
I thought they said that they were grounding him in this movie.
Yeah,
they did, and then they brought in the Hulk.
Rumors came out that the Hulk is there and Punisher is
I
there.
didn't see that.
And Florence Pugh has been cast.
I mean, they are gonna obviously at some point, maybe it's just post credits, they are gonna tie it to something else going on. They're not just gonna.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it would be interesting if it was just the A plot was just a thing in New York that he was dealing with, and not, I don't know, Doctor Doom shows up for some reason.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be like Doctor Doom, but
I mean,
I don't know. From everything that I keep reading, it's like Spider-Man versus Punisher versus Hulk.
I mean, I'd watch that. I would enjoy that probably. It would be a good time. Yeah.
It would. It's just not a grounded movie.
But also, like, whether it happens in this movie or happens in Doomsday, there's definitely going to be a major scene where Tom meets fucking Robert Doomey Jr. With no mask on. Like, that, it's absolutely going to happen as a big scene in one of those movies. And it's going to probably destroy Tom Holland, or maybe get him killed.
I'm feeling that in like a post credit of this movie, it's going to be either Toby or Andrew, like, coming to get Tom,
warn him about something
for whatever the Doomsday thing is going to be. Yeah,
because that is the next movie, right after Spider-Man. It's Doomsday.
I believe so.
Yeah. So the if it's not in the actual movie, a post or mid credit scene is definitely gonna do something with something. Maybe it'll be Pedro. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be like, I think either previous Spider-Man would be a big thing. Obviously, Doom would be a big thing. But I could also see them leaning into something like Pedro or just another major figure that's there. Like, not that like Florence Pugh showing up to be the thing that pulls him in wouldn't be bad. But I feel like, especially with it being the movie before, they're probably going to pull out something big to get people excited for Doomsday.
I need to go back and try to like figure out where this like past phase fits in like its own timeline, because like we just talked about how Brave New World obviously takes place before Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I believe the post-credit scene says 4 months after, or is it 4 months or 4 years? It must be
I
4
think 4
months.
months.
Yeah, month sounds better.
4
Yeah.
months after they see the Fantastic ship.
Which I also I don't think that scene means anything other than just like to maybe get people excited for the next movie for whatever reason. Because I don't know why they'd be coming.
Showing up in a ship like that?
Yeah, we don't know why they're showing up yet. And also, like, why would that be their point of contact? Unless the quote unquote new Avengers just have like a thing that intercepts like transdimensional whatever.
I mean, they
Well,
could
I mean,
explain it away like that.
Yeah, I mean, currently as it stands, the ship is just coming to Earth. They haven't made contact with anybody, right? I don't think they sent out a
Right.
message or anything. They just
No.
the new Avengers just saw that something was coming in. They look
they
at
didn't
it.
talk yet.
Their
Okay,
telescope.
gotcha.
Right.
They're like, oh, look at that, it's a ship.
Yeah.
So the other point that I was going to bring up is that Brave New World happens, and then we're in New York at Avengers Tower.
Mhm.
And Bob is just going buck wild. And Peter's nowhere to be found, and if Hulk is in New York, then he's nowhere to be found. Like,
I mean,
Oh, are you saying like where were these
where are
characters?
all of the other New York like all of the characters that we've been introduced to the MCU, like, for the most part, are New York residents. Like, where are the rest of?
So, I mean, in fairness to Hulk, last we saw him,
he was at a barbecue
he was at a barbecue.
I only brought him up because of
in California.
because of the rumors about him being in
movie.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She-Hulk was in California or West Coast.
I think it was West
Yeah,
Coast.
so Hulk's a
and-
West Coast Avenger right now, having barbecues and shit.
Well, he was trying to just bomb the sun. I don't know if they were doing that on Earth. I don't know if they flew out into space. But he's off doing some shit.
But to Dom's actual point, Spider-Man, I'm assuming
Mhm.
Daredevil. I don't fucking know.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
No, wait,
Strange
no,
is
we don't know
with
where he
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, he's
Grew
in,
an eye and he took off.
He like cut open
Yeah,
the universe.
but his
Wong took Shang-Chi to go look
Ministry
for
of
rings in
Magic.
space.
The Ministry of Magic is in New York.
Yeah, so I
someone
just
must be there. Is Wong not there, or Wong's away?
I just said Wong took Shang-Chi and Aquafina off into space because like the rings are talking to something in space.
What about
And
what's her face? What about Wong's girl? I forget what her name is.
I don't know what we're talking about.
The
Like
ditzy
the joke thing. It was like the joke thing.
Oh, yeah. That's not what you think. Madison?
Yeah, I think it was Madison. Is she
Madison's
with Wong
watching
still?
Sopranos.
Or is she in New York?
She's in New York. She watches The Sopranos.
She's watching over the Sanctum, whatever. Salon.
Yeah, she's not going out there helping people. So Wong's MIA.
Okay, but you still
Doctor
have Spider-Man, which is like the big one. You also have. Also, you would definitely. I mean, I guess it wouldn't happen in that like brief moment, but maybe it would, because I feel like is there like a time? Is there reference to how many days across Thunderbolts is taking place within New York?
I don't know.
I mean, the event with Sentry happened in like an afternoon.
The span of an hour, couple hours, yeah.
Because I was gonna say,
I
don't know. Where's fucking Jameson? Why is he not flipping out on his podcast? Whatever, in Times Square.
J. John Jameson.
Yeah,
I think the span of Thunderbolts was probably only like 2 days.
that's why they weren't quick enough. Spider-Man was busy. Tom Holland was busy.
Yeah.
But also there's Miss Marvel, or is she in New Jersey?
She's in New Jersey. We do not know what she's doing. Last we saw her, she was talking to Kate, saying like, "Hey, let's make a team," but we don't know what they're actually doing. If they're like touring the country looking for other superheroes.
Oh, what about Iron
Where
Fist?
did we
What's he up
leave
to?
Sam?
He spoke with Leader in prison, and then spoke with somebody else at the raft. And he spoke to somebody else. Is like, yeah, I guess we'll make a new team, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. But we don't know where to like.
Yeah, we don't know where that's out of, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else you're trying to like figure out.
I don't know.
what
There's
they're
probably
doing.
someone else, but Daredevil is in New York too.
Daredevil is in New York.
I did not watch the new show, so I don't know what his
Yeah,
status is.
I didn't watch the new
I
show, and
haven't
also
either.
like, listen, he's the devil of Hell's Kitchen. I don't expect him to be going down to wherever Avengers Tower is in relation to Hell's Kitchen.
I also don't
Like
know.
if I
I
have a
mean,
base like
he's
that,
also
if I got like 2 blocks of New York to take care of, I'm gonna stay in my 2 blocks.
I
he's
also
That's
also like
how I feel.
more helpful than most of the characters that were there, but he's not like
I mean, is he?
yeah.
I think he's comparable with Yelena, but he's not a super soldier, so he's not capable of doing anything that Winter Soldier or Red Guardian can do, and he can't
Yes, but
phase through walls.
he's also like I don't know, he's
A
smarter
lawyer?
than those idiots.
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah, he could dodge the shadow things. Uh,
Based on what? I'm curious.
I
What do you
don't
mean?
fucking know the vibrations, Mike.
Oh, good
He would
vibrations.
have been more useful than Taskmaster.
And I was joking around about Iron Fist, but I actually don't know. Are any of the other Defenders in the MCU? I have no idea if like Luke Cage or any of them or Jessica Jones are actually.
Again, I didn't
I
watch
don't
the
know.
new season, so
I also didn't, so I don't know if any of them are actually coming back in any way.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. MCU's on a good upswing. It seems like we're getting some stuff that we're all sort of kind of enjoying more than we have been. So the last thing I'll say, and then we really gotta, I don't know, intro the podcast because this is a long intro, talking about that. The other thing that Todd and I were talking about that I really wish they, and this led to a different conversation with him and I too about like I basically watched maybe one trailer for Fantastic Four and then completely ignored like any other trailers they put out or like little peeks. Like I'm gonna watch these movies. I don't need to know more about them. Um, with Doomsday specifically, I think they fucked up so badly in telling us that Robert Downey Jr. is Doom. I think they should have just left
I don't
that.
think they had any way to keep it under wraps. I think they're also like very aware that they have too many leaks,
Yeah,
and so they're like, here's the big leak, like. And I don't even know if we'll get big trailers for this movie. I feel like they'll probably give us like Endgame style trailers where there's like no information.
yeah. I mean, I hope so. I don't want to know anything about it, but
I mean, they told us the cast.
could you?
They told us all of like the
And that's
surprise
the thing. They
cast.
could have just put his name in there in that big reveal of cast and never said anything about him being Doom. And like we would have got skip 30 seconds if you haven't watched Fantastic Four, we would have got that tease of Doom at the end and then we still wouldn't know who's playing Doom. Do they have to put them in the credits if they make a cameo like that in a post-credit scene?
I,
I
I
think
have
you can have
actually
an
I have
cameo.
yeah I have also read that he was in that cloak, but I highly doubt that he was in
Yeah.
that cloak.
But like if we get that tease of Doom, we don't know who's playing Doom. Then we go like half that we go like half Doomsday, and then in an impactful scene like with Tom Holland Spider-Man, that's when we gets revealed that that's who it is. I think that would have fucking absolutely demolished people. Like I think that would have absolutely like that's a Darth
mean, there
Vader
might
type thing. I think.
there
I
might
don't know if
still be
we're in the
stuff.
world that we can. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could, but I feel like we're well past anyone being able to pull off like a real Darth Vader like
Yeah.
twist.
They got I mean, yeah, not twist. I was gonna say they got close with No Way Home.
Yeah, did that leak
They got,
before
I
the
mean,
movie came
but
out?
Yeah,
I think
we saw
yeah.
pictures of and like remember there was like the DoorDash guy that saw Andrew Garfield in Atlanta. It was
I
like
remember people.
weird shit. So like we like had the inkling that they were
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
we had
doing
the
that.
inkling that they were there, and even in the trailers, people would like point to like there was like a
Yeah.
scene in the trailer where people are like clearly that they like the way it's framed. There must be 2 other Spider-Men in this shot that they've just removed just to hide it.
Yeah. There was like one part where he's fighting Sandman and like there was like an impact point that wasn't from Tom Holland. And they were like, obviously they took somebody out of this.
I think they could have pulled it off because it's like, especially opposed to like other characters in the MCU, I'm assuming, at least for most of the time, physically wearing a mask. So it's like he is covered. It's not like I'm assuming it's not going to be a CGI mask over his face. Like, that seems like silly on Doom. Like, I'm assuming he's going to have an actual metal face.
I would imagine that he would be wearing the mask most of the time, but I also heard
they could have kept that super hidden.
I also heard a rumor that his face is not going to be disfigured, which doesn't make sense. Why would he wear a mask if his face isn't disfigured?
That's the thing that I saw was that, again, spoiler, skip 30 more seconds. Sorry, I don't know what this episode is anymore. That's what the kid in Fantastic Four is doing, is healing his face at the end of that movie.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why the kid would do that, but I don't know. He just reaches up and touches his face. Because is that what he does in the scene too? Is he reaching up, touching him, or is his mask in his hand?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe like he's not wearing the mask and he's reaching out. Reach out and touch me.
Anyways, all right, we should stop talking about the MCU. Welcome, everyone, to the Pass Control podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about the MCU for 20 minutes. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden and Dom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself. Some call him Martini Mike. Mr. Michael Lazier. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Rounding us out tonight, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing tonight?
Mike, are you ready to talk about Superman for the next 30 minutes?
Let's go,
Gotta
baby!
Gotta even the sides. Yep.
Gotta even it out. I mean, maybe that's the real punk rock. That's the real punk rock.
Yeah, maybe that's the real punk rock.
Is that streaming yet? Can I watch that yet or no?
You can rent it or purchase it, but it's not streaming on a thing.
Do I want to spend money?
Do you have my Apple login?
Nope. Superman.
You could do that.
Is it just called Superman?
Yeah.
Yes.
2025 streaming. Does it have a date to come to streaming?
No.
Probably not.
$25 to rent or buy? I don't know if that's rent or buy. Yeah. I don't know.
It's probably $25 to buy. It's probably,
20 to rent.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I have other things I could be doing. I do want to watch though. Like this is not coming from like a hater standpoint. Like I do actually want to watch it at some point. But before we get into tonight's episode, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty from the Salem, Massachusetts area, the North Shore of Massachusetts, on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening. You want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven. You can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty treats. The PTC Movie Club pick, I wrote the MCU Movie Club. The PTC Movie Club pick for August is Dom's pick, and it is a movie called Friendship. So if you want to hear us talk about Friendship, and again, I've been saying this all month, potentially next week, maybe delayed, but we will talk about it in the coming weeks at some point. If you want to hear us chat about Friendship, make sure you watch that film in anticipation of that happening. I still haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. And I probably ask every week, is it streaming somewhere, or is it something we have to rent, buy?
Something you have to rent or buy.
Okay. So.
Is it?
I mean, the last I checked, but I haven't looked.
I don't know. I bought it pretty early on, so.
I'll probably watch it this weekend because I got my flu shot today, and I historically am going to feel like shit today and tomorrow, so I will probably watch that movie tomorrow.
A24 Friendship sets a streaming date.
Well, Dom
it will launch on streaming September 5th on HBO Max.
A lot of things happen in that week, including Hollow Knight, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, so watch that at some point. I mean, we can just say if we want that we'll record it not next week if we want to wait. And
we'll just release it September 5th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, do that. That's not a bad idea actually. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that at some point in the next couple of weeks. So if you want to hear us chat about that, make sure you check that out, or wait until September 5th if it's on streaming, and then you can do that. Anyways, let's just jump right into what we've been playing. Mike, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast, but I did notice that you've been playing Blueprints.
Yep.
Did we talk about this?
I don't remember. I think we might have mentioned it. I think I might have said something along the lines of like, yeah, I've popped back into it, or like I dabbled in it a little bit. I don't know, but I've put more effort into it now.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I know we've talked about Blueprints on the podcast because I was playing it. Todd was playing it. I don't remember if Dom was playing it at all or not.
I played it for a little bit.
Where are you at in that, Mike? And are you like determined to get to the quote unquote end? Have you finished a run or?
I assume I haven't finished a run because like I haven't.
If you haven't gotten to the room at the end,
Yeah.
the 46th room or whatever, then you haven't
46,
quote
yeah.
unquote finished a run.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm like 20 days in, something like that.
Okay, sure, you're still early. Do you know how far you've made it so far or no?
Well, what do you mean by that too?
Have
'Cause, like, I
have
can
you
tell-
even got to the end of the board?
I've gotten to rooms. I've gotten to rooms that basically are touching the antechamber.
Okay, but you haven't gotten in there yet.
I haven't gotten in there.
Have you figured out how to open the antechamber at all yet, or no?
No. So here's where I'm at currently. Number one, at some point I was dicking around in what is it, the pump room, and I was just like pressing buttons.
Yep.
And then I found out later, like I went back outside, I'm like, oh, I affected this. So I went back and like I basically there's a door that I found that I cannot open.
In the house?
There's that. No.
Okay. I mean, you can openly talk about it with me if you'd like. To the right,
Okay.
to the right of the house.
Well, besides that, like I walked around the house and like there was a gate that I couldn't open. There was another gate that I couldn't open that had a lock on it, and I also found the basement in the at the water fountain. Yeah, I like removed the water
fountain already.
Yeah, I dicked around
in the pump room. Sorry,
room.
when you said the pump room, I was thinking of a different room. So okay, cool.
You're talking about the boiler room?
Yeah, I was thinking of the boiler.
Or like
room.
the
one with the electrical box.
Yes,
okay.
I did that one too, but I didn't like when I figured out that puzzle. I didn't know what it did, and I made that room somewhere close to like the back of the house. Like I think I just ran out of places to go. Like it was connected to rooms, but I don't think maybe I didn't put it in the right place. I didn't know what it did after I completed the puzzle. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a few. I want to say there are 3 things that you can do in the boiler room, at least that I know of. You figured out the light puzzle?
There was what I mean by that is like in that room there were 3 maybe pumps, I guess you could say, and like there were steam things, and you get to move things
back
around.
In the pump room is what you're talking about. You're talking about the pump room.
There's 2. Well, okay, let me talk about the pump room first, because that's when I did by accident first.
Wait, hold on. I do want to go. You figured out the light puzzle in the boiler room?
Is it the one where like you like move like knobs around so that way you can like kind of go across a panel, so then you could go to like this other center thing and press a button, so you can kind of see vents at like the top of the room with lights on them that go into adjacent rooms.
Okay. Maybe there's another. Maybe it's not the boiler room I'm even thinking of. There might be another room that's just called like the electrical box or something.
The electrical box one, I've seen that one a few times. I don't know what that one does yet.
Okay, all right. So that's what I was thinking of, not the boiler room.
Okay,
but I know what you're talking about now. The one with the vents.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the electrical room.
Nightmare.
Speaking of the electrical room, I dicked around with that one like once. I normally don't set it up because like I don't know what to do with it. And
there is one
usually
useful thing that you should do in it.
So here's what I'm gonna say.
Easier to figure out.
I did that. I did it. I don't know what I did, but I did something in that room, in the electrical room, and then like I was walking around my floor plan because I had steps, and I went back to the dark room. And because of something I did in the electrical room, the dark room lights were on, and I could see things that were in the room.
Yes, there's also one other thing in there that's, I think, pretty straightforward. I think it might just say it in there.
The key card stuff? Or
so then there's also, is there not a thing for the garage in there?
there is, but like today was the first time I ever bothered drafting the garage.
Okay. Well, what I'll suggest is the next time you are able to draft that and the garage, I would.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to draft that, the garage, and the. Well, I mean, I don't know if I have to do this last one. I'm just saying I want to. The coat check, because at some point I found the car keys, but I didn't have the garage, but I had the coat check. So I checked the car keys. I'm like, well, at some point maybe I'll get the garage, and I can do something in there.
Yes, I think regardless of the car keys, you can also still do the thing that you should do with those two
garage,
rooms.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
Okay.
Because there are other things outside of the house that you seem to have sort of stumbled through.
Yes.
And there are
so
ways
like
to open some of those things, and they become permanently open. So
okay.
Some of those things are the garage is one. The garage leads to one of those permanent opens for you.
So there was, like I said, there was like a brown gate that I couldn't open outside. There's another gate with a padlock on it with like a combination on it that I can't open. There was like a cavernous area that was blocked off by a bunch of boxes. There was 2 other doors I remember seeing. I remember actually maybe 3 other doors. I remember one that was like kind of boarded up with wood, and then maybe 2 others that I saw that looked like they were just metal doors.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I found the basement door at the bottom of the fountain because what had happened was I digged around the pump, and then I had gone outside and noticed that the water level had kind of gone down in the fountain. I could go down the stairs, but I had to remove more water to. So I did all that.
What I will say is, especially because you're still pretty early, 20 days is still pretty early, and it seems like you've like kind of had some good things unlocked, or at least like have made some decent progress. I would, especially early, even if it's going to kill your run, if you get the opportunity to draft a room you have not drafted, I would just keep gaining that knowledge and drafting things,
I've been
even if it kills you, especially
sort
early.
of doing that. So I wasn't taking notes initially. Did my phone freeze? No, it didn't freeze. I wasn't taking notes initially, but then I found this room. I forget which room it was, but it basically had like it had a whiteboard or a chalkboard on it with a puzzle on it. And then I like was reading the puzzle and like the notes. I'm like, oh shit, I have to take. Now I actually start taking notes. Let me.
You're invested if you're taking notes. I did not take notes.
It's not that I've been taking notes, but like I think I understood what the puzzle's telling me to do. So like, I don't know if you can see all that.
I don't know. I can see what you did, but I don't know what that is even.
So basically,
to.
the puzzle. If I understood the puzzle correctly, actually forget the puzzle. There was a note on like the table of this room that said like, "Oh, we need to put 2 portraits in each room," and I forget what else it said. But essentially, what I gathered is that in each room there are 2 portraits that have 2 images on it, and like the images are spelt with 1 letter separating them. So like you take the missing letter out, you put it on that part of the floor plan to solve something. I don't know what it is yet, but that's what I gathered.
This is what I'll say about this game. The amount of effort that you want to put in that way, I think will pretty much always result in like satisfying rewards to solving things and maybe some cool things that happen or like story pieces. And a lot of the story is like, that context clues and like figuring out what is going on in this house and what's going on with this family and whatever the history of that whole thing. I played a little bit after I rolled credits on the game, but it definitely, I got to a point where it was like, okay, I know some things that I should try to be doing now, and I know some puzzles that I'm now aware of certain puzzles that I think I may know how to work towards solutions, but it would require me to take notes. And like, it basically, it got to the point where I was like, I think I've maxed out where my brain wants to go. And I think that's fine too. I think like I put a lot of time into the game. I think it's gonna like, I think your mileage will vary. It depends on like what you want to get out of it. If you want to keep putting into it, the game is gonna keep giving you back. So like there's a lot there, and I've heard I'm personally comfortable with like post game spoilers because I don't think I'm gonna play more of the game. So I've talked to like friend of the show Jesse and a few other people about like how far they've gotten, because they've gotten much further post game, and it sounds like if you want to go deep, there's a lot of shit going on that you can like whatever. Like I've come across some things that have intrigued me, and I'm like, I really would like to see what this does and what this leads to, but I just know I'm not gonna personally do it. So I'm gonna probably at some point try to find like a nice kind of clean, concise long play of the game somewhere, and just see if I can like look up some of the things that look interesting.
Yeah. I forgot. I also, not a puzzle. I the fortune teller thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he said something different every time. Say it was like the first time I saw it, and like he played this whole thing for me. I'm like, all right, cool.
It definitely plays different things. I don't know what triggers the different things, or if it's just always different. But it definitely, I've seen. I forget what his name is.
I forget too. I was gonna call him Zoltar, even though I know that's wrong.
Yeah,
but I want to call him Zoltar.
Shalazar, the wizard.
It's Shalazar, yeah.
The game is great. I can fully, if someone was gonna be like, this is my game of the year, I completely understand. It's not mine, but I like the praise that game gets. I think it's very warranted.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Baba Is You for me. I loved that game. That was a logic puzzle game. I got to a point in that game. I started to get to that point in the game, and leading up to it, anytime I did solve one of the puzzles, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I figured that out. And then it got to a point where I was like, I am not smart enough to figure this out further. I am never going to see the rest of this game. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with knowing that I tried. I really did. But it just like, it was still an enjoyable experience. Same thing with Blueprints. I think it's challenging to get to the antechamber and complete a run. And I think afterwards, that's like a good, okay, here's all this other stuff you can kind of fuck around with. And if that's of interest to you, go for it. If it's not, I think it serves both. I think it like gives you kind of a good little checkpoint of, all right, you did some interesting things. You did some maybe hard things. Do you want to keep doing harder things, or are you good? And I can see it being like a good stopping point for some people, and them being content with it being there. And then I can see tons of other people being like, actually, no, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
The next time you're playing and you think you are going to get to the room, if you're in a situation where you can share it in Discord or even just stream it, text me and I will watch you try to figure it out.
Figure it out. All right.
Because it is interesting.
Intense.
There's just again, for people listening who don't know what Blueprints is, it's like I don't know, a roguelike puzzle game where you are drafting rooms in a set floor plan like board, and it's kind of a random roll. There are things you can there are definitely ways to manipulate a run that you maybe, it seems, haven't encountered ways, and you may have and you just haven't realized it. You can't fully do it, but there are definitely ways to like sort of push things in directions you want them to go. The other thing I was trying to get to is that you are trying to get to this end of the thing, but you have a limited amount of steps you can take. and each time you enter a room, it is a step counted. So it's
You
like
get sneakers.
also you get sneakers and other things
True.
that I won't say. But there are other ways to augment that as well. You can also like eat food during a run, which should I think most of the time up your steps.
Gives
And,
you stuff. So.
Food.
banana. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good game.
The game's called Blueprints because it's like blueprints.
Yes.
When the game close to after the game came out, I made a Jay-Z joke, and wherever I made the joke, nobody understood what I was talking about. Like, all right, that's fine. I'll laugh at this. I thought it was funny.
It was only a double entendre. If you made it a triple entendre,
Don't even ask me
it'd
how.
be like it was like, oh, don't even ask me out.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw you playing it the other day, and I was like, damn, Mike's fucking back on the Blueprints wagon.
Yeah, ran out of other games to play because Persona's gone now, and I wasn't ready to go into Metaphor.
You can play Overwatch and get your Persona fix.
He's still playing that. Oh,
I am still playing. Listen, if they didn't make their skins so expensive, I probably would have bought something from like every single collaboration they've done so far, for the most part.
I'm not even actively playing the game, and if those skins were more appropriately priced, I would go in there and spend money on some of that shit.
Yeah, but it's insane how much money like a single skin would cost.
Cam has tried to say it's not that expensive compared to compared to Fortnite, and he's tried to like break it down. I still think he's incorrect. I feel like they are not a similar priced thing.
I think the real problem is that, like, let's say I wanted like the Shigaraki skin from My Hero Academia for Reaper. Like, cool, but like that's a skin I can only use if I'm playing Reaper. I'm paying that much money for a skin I can only use for a character that I can only use depending on the game mode. Like, I might not even be able to play as.
That's true. And also, it's not just that. I think the other thing is that like it's first person.
It's first
so
person.
You're not really seeing the skin that often.
Yeah, like I see other people with cool skins. I'm like, oh, look at that guy. You got the All Might Reinhardt skin. Good for you. But
I think that's why games like, and I'm just saying Counter-Strike. I can't pretend like I'm familiar, but Valorant is like the skins are weapon skins. Like that, those are the skins in the game. Those are the cosmetics. Yeah. It's not character skins because you don't see the fucking character. You see their hands.
But then you got to play the game with you as All Might.
Yeah, look. I'm not. That's the other thing. Again, there are some skins that I like, but they're for characters that I know I'm never going to play as.
That's the reason to start playing as them.
Yeah, no. So
I would have bought Street Fighter skins if they weren't that expensive. I would have went in there and bought them.
Yeah, I would have bought the Gundam Wing skins. I would have bought maybe some of the Cowboy Bebop ones, or even the G.I. Joe ones. Like, I would want to run around with Snake Eyes. That'd be cool.
Snake Eyes. All right. Well, if this episode is silly long on, I don't know, blueprints in the MCU. Dom, anything else you want to talk about before we talk about Donkey Kong and then call it there?
I can't remember if I said that I had beaten Clair Obscur, but I beat Clair Obscur.
I don't know if you've said it on the podcast.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, spoiler free, on the end of that?
I still think it's my favorite game of the year. I know you guys said that you had problems with the end. I don't know. I don't
think I have a problem with the end. I think that's been the biggest discourse, is like people feeling like the end is, I don't know, having issues with the end. I don't think I mean, if I said it then, I don't feel that way now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I had a problem with the end, especially like having read some of the stuff that you can do afterwards. There's like more lore.
You mean, or I guess, did you?
I suppose you could do it in story. But...
Did you finish the party members like links, social links before you beat the game, or no?
Yes.
Okay. I think that was some people's issues with the end of the game, was that certain characters completed social link were not mandatory and felt like they should have been included. Like they were. I mean, to save potential spoilers for listeners or for Mike, I think
I already know who you're talking about.
There's one specific character that I think I sort of agree. It's kind of interesting that not interesting. It seems like they should have just made that person's thing a mandatory path to like get to the end of the game.
There's another character that is in the story, but like not in it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
I think I'm picking up
a family member. Yeah. So you can fight her, and then there's like a whole nother like.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's apparently like another boss that like another member of Expedition Zero.
Interesting.
Is battleable and is apparently the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do some of the after game harder things, and I was like, I love this game. It's a fantastic game, but I felt like I needed to grind a little bit more to do some of that, and also just be lights out with parrying, and I just didn't. I was like, I should play other things now.
Yeah, parrying becomes like very, very important.
Yeah. Like I tried to fight like that one thing that's flying in the air, and it was just like, if you're not doing this perfectly, you're just not gonna have a good time. I played a little bit of the Endless Tower thing. I don't remember if it's called Endless Tower or something else, but I also checked out of that at some point. I was like, nope, I'm good with that.
Was it the climbing one?
No, it's just like the battle tower. Like it's just like you are going in the portraits and fighting.
Did you do the one where it's like what's it called, only up? It's just like junk like floating in the air, and you have to like,
did I finish that
work your way up all the way?
That was one of the
I don't know, at some point I fell off and I was like, I'm done. It was a gestural challenge.
I don't remember if I finished that one. I did most of them. I don't know if I finished that one. That might have been the one that I also got pretty high, fell off, and was like, nope.
Yeah, I'm all done with this.
The other one that gave me a lot of trouble, and I finally beat it, was the volleyball one, where you had to like run back and forth. Like I eventually beat it, but I was just like, I'm doing all this for cosmetics I'm not going to use. Like, what am I doing? Anyways. Yeah, Clair Obscur is fucking fantastic. I've been all over the place playing a bunch of different things, but I'm gonna table all those for, I guess, next week or whatever, and then we'll just kind of talk about Donkey Kong Bananza before we wrap things up. Because you and I both finished it, and Mike hasn't played it yet. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't think Todd is ever gonna finish the game. I'm gonna say it. That's going to be my statement here. I don't think he's going to ever finish.
It never felt like a game that Todd was going to finish.
No. It is on. He's probably about halfway through. Cuz
how many hours does he have in it?
His hours are
His hours are always insane.
I know. And I'm like, you don't play this game for this much time. You fucking fall asleep and it's running
Donkey
forever.
Kong Bananza has played for 30 hours or more.
There's not a fucking chance. There's not a chance. I mean, maybe, because it is a game where you can kind of fuck around a lot, and I certainly did. But I don't foresee him finishing the game. I keep like ribbing him about it too. I'll be like, oh, I don't know what to play right now. I'm like, why don't you fucking finish Donkey Kong? Nah, I'll get to it at some point. You're never gonna fucking finish this game.
Did he beat Expedition 33?
No. He doesn't finish games. Which is fine, but like I don't know. He always says he doesn't know what to play or doesn't have anything to play, and then I'm like, why don't you finish this? Nah, it's too hard. Now why don't you do this? Nah, it's whatever. Okay, go play Cyberpunk for the 10th time. Which I'm not. Whatever. Play where you want to play, or what? Or Roblox. No, you can play whatever he wants to play. I want more people to finish Donkey Kong because I know other people playing the game that haven't finished it, and I'm just like, I kind of want to talk to more people about the end of this game. But before we even get to the end of the game, I mean, I was excited for this game, and I still think it exceeded my expectations. Like I think it like it's definitely not the game that I think I would have wanted if you were to say what would you like in the next Donkey Kong platformer? I don't think I would want physics based break everything. Like I don't know if that's what I would have said, but
Yeah.
now being at the end of it and like dabbling in post game stuff, I did love it. Like I had a fantastic time with it. It genuinely made me super happy, especially the last couple hours of the game. Like, because me and you talked, you asked if I had finished it. From that point forward, I was kind of just like having a blast. I was fucking smiles the whole time.
At the point that I texted you, I was like, all right, he's like at that point.
Yeah, it was fucking like to the point where it was like
Because I had texted you and said there's a big spoiler coming up, and you
Yeah.
didn't like you had no idea what I was talking about. And I was like, all right, he's like he's about to get
Yeah.
there.
And then it's I mean for basically the rest of us talking about Donkey Kong. If you don't want Donkey Kong spoilers, we're gonna talk about stuff at the end of the game. So Mike, this is also maybe deafen, and then I'll text you when we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I don't remember how to deafen it up.
All right, last chance. If you're listening, don't want end of the game story spoilers for Donkey Kong Bonanza, you should also turn this off. Or I don't know when to say skip and forward until, because I don't know how long we're gonna talk about it. But skip forward or stop the podcast here or whatever you got to do. As soon as it showed the quote unquote core, I was like, that's K. Rool's stomach. Like that's
belly, yeah.
That's not
There's
anything
no fucking
else.
way.
Yeah, I was like, this is the whole fucking time I'm like, I gotta beat this fucking boss. Like I don't give a fuck about this boss now. I don't care about this stupid fucking guy we'll probably never see again. Give me that thing. And honestly, if it ended up not being K. Rool, I think I would have been fucking mad. If it was just like an egg or something. But yeah, I mean, I had no idea. Did you have any idea that was the turn the game was going to take? I didn't know that.
Well, only because like there was a whole like Reddit thread, like there was a whole like community of people that were like, look at this. This is the Kremlins. I'm telling you, this is the Kremlins, and look at this. This is like it's all shaped like K. Rool. Like look at this.
I should go look at that stuff because I stayed like very far away from anything to the point where
there was just people like mining pictures and like, look at the shape. This shape is definitely K. Rool. Like it's definitely based on him.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at some of that stuff then, because there were literally, I don't know, I think I finished it last weekend. There was a fucking post on Blue Sky that I scrolled by like midweek last week before I had finished like anywhere near the end of the game, and it even thinking back to, I don't remember what it said, but it was like it definitely wasn't even hinting at K. Rool, but it was like a purposefully hidden post because you can like spoiler tag posts on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of want to try to find it. I forget who fucking posted it, but I wonder if it was a post about K. Rool, and I just like happened to be like, you know what? I don't even want to know what this person's referring to, whatever. But it's weird because I feel like I've seen no one. Maybe I'm just being very lucky and avoiding completely, but I feel like I've seen no one even fucking reference it.
I haven't really been seeing people talk about Bonanza since the first weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I still see posts pretty frequently. I feel like Donkey has like 7 fucking Bonanza videos at this point, which I don't know. That's yeah, I the end of that game really, like, I actually am curious. This is why I think most people haven't finished the game, because there was all the weirdos coming out of the woodwork to talk about the Donkey Kong fucking timeline when the game got like fully revealed with Pauline, like Child Pauline.
Yeah.
And like Child Pauline and Cranky now, there, like, and like all this stuff.
Trying to figure anything out.
But like now, I like with how the game ends in New Donk City. I'm just like, why? If those people,
the game ends in New Donk City,
why aren't those people talking about it now? That means they haven't finished the game. Like that has to be what it is.
Well, the other thing is like, yeah, trying to put any sort of timeline together doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I also knew, like, I knew that that was not the end of the game. Like, when you beat him the first time and it's like he's just laying there, I'm like, this is not the end of him right now. Like, we're going to fight him again.
That's the point where the credits roll, right?
Um, no, I think the credits roll when you beat him the second time. When you beat him on, like, the bananas shooting up and he's, like, flying around. I think that's when actually, yeah, that's what.
No, I don't think so. I think because I think the credits roll
Because it says
and
it says like Don K. Rule or something. It doesn't say Donkey Kong Bonanza. It says like
all of the credits are like
K. Rule.
like Kremlin
Yeah,
names. Yeah.
I think it's
I
after.
think it's I think it's at that point. I think they're on the bananas flying.
Yeah, it's that fight because you fight him
Yeah.
first, and then
I
you
think
knock
they're
him out.
I think they're on the bananas flying, and then the credits roll, and then I think he like wakes
Oh,
up
and that's when he
and
pops
puts
up.
on the
Okay, yeah,
jetpack. Yeah.
yeah. It was because that was the other thing too. I was like, you fight him, and then you're flying on these bananas, and I'm like, you fight him, and it's not playing his theme song. Like, it's not playing fucking Gangplank Galleon or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way. There's no way they're not playing that song at some point. And then he pops up, and I think that's when it plays when you fight him in that fight.
I think it plays the rest of the time. Doesn't it? Doesn't it play
You
like
fight in New
a
Donk?
heavy metal version of it
In
during
New
New
Donk? Oh,
Donk?
maybe it does in New Donk too.
I think so.
I liked that whole section too, where it's just like you're just going up on the through New Donk like it is. I don't know if you noticed. I feel like it makes it pretty clear where it's like kind of like OG Donkey Kong. It has like markers like, oh, you've gone 100 meters, like, oh, like they had those kind of like baked into
Oh yeah.
the path going up to fight him again. um and I did kind of like that because you were in a ring. I thought, I was like, oh, you're gonna
It was a
box him,
boxing ring
yeah,
again.
and
Yeah.
then it wasn't, which is also fine. But I was like, I liked that kind of because
Yeah.
that's Donkey Kong 64 is a
It's
boxing fight,
still
right?
and it wasn't one of the countries was too, wasn't it?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Didn't
Yeah, I think he always has a glove in some of them.
yeah. And it was similar. I mean, you were using the punch to
Yeah,
you weren't boxing him, but
yeah.
like
I know what that's that final fight. Like, I until I figure it out, because I think I whiffed the first time the big thing comes at you and it hit me. I was like, oh, maybe I can't punch this back at him. But then when I tried it again, and like that's like the way to beat him. You can beat him without doing that, but it takes fucking forever to like
yeah.
punch him. Um,
Well, the other thing is like I got to a point where like the whole like he had the whole thing in mush, and I
oh,
was like, where the fuck
that
am I
was me.
supposed to
That was me
walk?
too.
And then the next run, I was like, oh shit, I have the fucking elephant. So I just like
That
cleared a big path,
that is
and then I had a
literally
bunch
what
of
I did.
balls, and I was throwing the balls at him, and it
Yeah,
knocks him back.
that is like
Uh,
exact same. I lost in the first fight with him, and then the second fight, that's like exactly what I was doing. Was like I was using the elephant,
I
and
was using
then
the zebra to run around the first time. I was like, I'm out of space. Like, where the fuck am I
yeah,
supposed to go?
I think what you're supposed to do is like punt, be in the
If you
punch
punch
it,
the balls,
and then zebra
they
towards
turn
him.
everything into gold.
Yeah, and then you zebra
Yeah,
towards
yeah, yeah.
him. But I wasn't
Yeah.
doing that. Because if
Uh,
you take too long to get up to him, he's then throwing things back at you when you hit that big
oh yeah,
thing.
the like
Yeah,
wave.
yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was a great game. It's definitely like one of my favorites of the year. I don't know if it will. I know you said that Clair Obscur is still
I think
your
Clair Obscur is
top
still my favorite
dog.
of the year.
This is definitely in like the conversation for me. I don't know where things will shake out. There's still other things coming out this year that I'm excited about, and hoping that will be as good as I hope they are. But I think for
I'm
now, at
happy
least,
that
DK is probably in my top three at least.
Donkey Kong has like a new like identity to go forward with,
Yep.
because like clearly like they were trying to go back to the country style and it wasn't working, and then they
Yeah.
like like they were trying things to like revive Donkey Kong.
Which I do
I feel
think.
like this like offshoot of the Odyssey like
Yeah,
world like
works
for Donkey Kong. He's an offshoot of like his games are offshoots of the Mario games, so like
yeah.
let his new games be offshoots of.
I I think too. It's like honestly, like if they decided to try another country game after this, I think it would have better success because I think this is just getting more people like excited about Donkey Kong.
Just remake Tropical Freeze again.
I I think it actually has me excited for like Pauline because I feel like this gives Pauline like a whole new chance at like being a bigger character in the Mario world. Um,
I'm curious what they do next because like this essentially serves as a prequel to Odyssey.
yep,
So
and
I imagine that like a second Mario game is coming next, which will take place after. But
yeah,
like, are we going to get something in between, like Odyssey and Bonanza,
yeah. I don't know. I
like a
do
Pauline game,
I do
or like
like that it
I don't know.
ends with like yeah, they're separated, they're not just sticking together now, but they do still come back together to like play the game further if you want to do post game stuff.
Yeah,
But I like that there's that separation too because it then obviously means that like our next Donkey Kong game doesn't have to be Donkey Kong Pauline. It can
right.
be just DK or DK with Diddy and Dixie or whatever. Because it is kind of shitty that Diddy and Dixie just were there,
They got a
but like
racing
whatever.
level.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just here. We'll do this one racing level, and we're already done. See you later.
Yeah.
I like that K. Rool's back in the mix too. I like his design. He was really fucking shiny and fucking. Him and Donkey Kong in this game were like very expressive, and I liked their them a lot. I don't care if the other three villain Kongs come back or not. They were whatever. They were fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
I'll text Mike to come
They're
back.
two of them aren't villains anymore, anyways.
That's true. Um, I do like this game a lot. I think that it does a lot for just Donkey Kong in general in associated characters, and I think it's just a bright future for whatever they decide to do with Donkey Kong next. I like his design in this game too. I'm I guess it doesn't really matter, but it is interesting to get like Mario did have a new design for the movie, and that's been separate than everything else. But it is because the Donkey Kong design was kind of just what it was for so long to get like the fresh design for the movie and then another fresh design for Mario Kart World and now another design because it's not the same design as Mario Kart, right? I don't think so. I think the Mario Kart design
I
is a
thought
little
it
bit different.
was.
Yeah, it's a little bit similar. Yeah, they're actually they're pretty similar.
Oh, I just Googled something that instantly gave me spoilers. So
For what we just talked about.
yeah, correct.
Interesting.
All it took was writing Mario Kart DK versus Bonanza. I was looking to see if anybody did like a comparison, and it was like, ooh, these characters would be good for DLC.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, one of the things I was watching a video or something that was saying, I believe DK and Pauline have the least amount of outfits for like regular characters in Mario Kart, so they're assuming that some point after Bonanza they're gonna add some of
Give
those
them like
characters. Yeah, just give them some
the
extra.
animal skins.
I kind of don't need those.
Well, she has like an animal skin for every level too. She has
Yeah,
like
her outfits would be
like
fine.
a elephant poncho, and I forget what
I mean,
else.
but even with her, I feel like they would need to add her as just a separate character. Like it's not like it's like regular Pauline and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's not whatever teenage child Pauline or whatever.
Is
Whatever.
is there a baby Pauline in
No,
Mario Kart too?
no. So she could just be that like
Young Pauline.
Yeah, young Pauline, teen Pauline, whatever. I don't know. Do they say how old Pauline is supposed to be in the game? I have no idea.
I don't remember. Not a baby.
Definitely not a child. Well, yes, a child.
A child.
Not a baby.
Not a baby.
This is not, I don't know, Super Mario World 2. Mike, what do you think? You going to play Donkey Kong soon? Did us talking about it muted for that long get you excited? Or you're like, damn, I should really buckle down?
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to your facial expressions, but I just got the sense that it is a Game of the Year contender, and therefore I should dedicate my time to it.
That was actually a sentence that Brendan referred to.
It is.
Wow.
It is. I would say I
You
don't.
go.
I don't know if it. I don't really know what my top game of the year is currently, but I would say Donkey Kong for me is in the conversation. It is in probably my top 3 right now. I really really had a good time with it. I was telling Dom the last few hours of that game is like, for me, was like wall to wall smiles. I was just having a fucking blast. Did not want the game to end. I don't have any intention, I don't think, of 100%ing that game because there's so much to collect and do. But I have still been poking in it just because it's like I'm not really ready to be done with it. I'm having fun with the game. So, yeah, it's definitely on there. Well, we can definitely skip talking about everything else and talk about, I don't know, Gamescom, Hollow Knight, all that other stuff at another time. I will quickly say, because I know that 2 of you did not watch the Kirby Air Riders Direct. I did. I am excited for that game. I have tempered expectations for the game because I also played the original a lot. And like I know what the game is for the most part. And I am excited to play a newer version of what that game was because I did enjoy it when I was younger, and I haven't replayed Kirby Air Ride in a long time, so maybe there's a little bit of rose-tinted glasses and maybe it's not that good, who knows. But I do respect Sakurai, and I think Sakurai puts a lot of attention into the games he makes, so I do have high hopes that it's just going to be like a fun game built around what, you know, he's capable of doing. And I think one of the biggest problems I had with Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube was that I could never get anyone to play that game with me. And obviously the GameCube didn't really have internet. So it was like I could not get friends to play that game with me. Instead, we played Melee or, I don't know, other things. But I could never get people to play that game with me. But I'm not going to have that problem now, unless there's just no one playing it online. But like, I can just play it online with people. So I'm looking forward to it. City Trial was always a fun time for me. Again, it was just something I really played alone for the most part. So having the ability to play it online with people will be great. It reminds me a lot of what he tried to do in Smash for 3DS. I forget what that mode was called. It was only on the 3DS version. Smash Run, maybe? Remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It's similar to that, where it's kind of like you are like going through sort of subspace platformy style, like doing stuff and like collecting stat power-ups to then result in like a fight where you have those stat power-ups. And I normally wouldn't like to play Augmented Smash itself that way, but the lead up doing the Smash Run part was always fun. So I did like playing that mode. I feel like I played it quite a bit just because it was like a fun mode to play when like none of you guys were around to play. It would be like, oh, I'll fucking play some Smash Run. I don't know. Kirby's Air Ride. I don't know. Neither of you care about Kirby Air Ride.
No,
that is totally fine.
I do not care about Kirby's Air Ride.
I mean, it's definitely a game.
It is a game that
it has
take it or leave it, baby.
It's gonna have
I'm
its
definitely
audience.
not paying $80 for it.
Yeah, it being a full new price game like that, I am a little like, I don't know how well
Even if
gonna
it's
do.
the $70 price, still not paying it.
I think it's 70.
Even if it gets lowered to 60, still not paying
I
for
believe
it.
it is currently at 70 right now. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it because A, Sakurai,
Hey,
B, I
if it
played the
pops up on
original.
Woot, if it pops up on Woot for
I'm
like
sure. I'm sure it will.
40 or 50, I'll consider it.
What I do want, I want to see the full roster because I feel like there's a lot more characters that are probably in that roster that they did not show for some reason. So I'm looking forward to that because it's 16 players and I don't think they even showed 16 characters. So there's definitely more characters in the game. Everyone is here.
Mike, did you buy Bonanza yet?
No.
I think it's on Woot for a decent amount, like a decent amount off.
Let's take a look.
Take a look. It's in a book.
I don't think I can actually search.
You can't search.
So I'll just look. It'll be under electronics, probably.
Kirby's Air Ride.
Kirby's Air Ride.
Kirby's Air Ride. The electronics, surveillance video games. Oh wait, they got. Whoa. Was that just an ad?
Oh, you run out of your YouTube Platinum?
I'm curious. You know what? I don't even care. Never mind.
Wait, what?
We've established I'm like looking for something on woot.com and I said, "Oh," and I mentioned an ad. And you're like, "Oh, did you stop paying for YouTube Platinum? Like what does YouTube have to do with me being on Woot?"
Sorry. I want to be very clear. I was not paying attention because I'm trying to get the game situated for wrapping the episode up. So when you said you're being served an ad, I just assumed it was YouTube and I was like, "Whoa, Mike's not fucking logged into his Ultra Premium account."
Donkey Kong Returns and Tropical Freeze are on here.
Okay, this ad was.
I have it sorted by newest, and I'm not seeing it, so I'm wondering if it's already sold out.
Possible.
Oh
I feel
man,
like
I
I
can get
saw
the Totally
Mario Kart up
Spies
there
game though.
recently. I feel like Mario Kart was up there recently, so I feel like it'll pop up there. I'm trying to see if Todd is available to text answers because that will affect which game we actually play. Or I can just have Jen sub in again. Jen has points on the board now from last week.
Oh shit!
I think, right? I think that's accurate.
I believe so.
Jen has 1 point. All right. We're either going to sub in Jen or Todd is going to text me back, but we're going to, of course, play Gaming the Meta. But before we do that, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 485 of the Pass the Controller podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show. Oh, actually, before we even do that, I don't know. Do you have a number? Do you have a review score you want to give Donkey Kong, Dom? Or I feel like that would probably be something we should just put a little stamp on there. I have mine, but I'll let you go first.
I don't know if I have a number.
Okay. I think I'm pretty firmly in. I could make a case for 8, but I do think it is a 9 for me personally. I think it is just shy of being something very magical for me, but I don't think it has much working against it for me. I think a 9 is kind of where it's living for me in my time with that game. I really don't have a lot of bad things to say about it. It's something that, again, I'm still kind of poking around, and even after hitting the point where I hit, and I think it offers a lot. I think it offers a fun sandbox with a lot to do, and I think that there were some fun challenges, some harder stuff that I've been messing around with in the post game. I love the story and how it kind of resolves itself in the end, and it's kind of reinvigorated Donkey Kong for me in a way I didn't even think or know I needed Donkey Kong to be reinvigorated for me personally. So I think it did a lot with what it was for me, and I'm very happy with stamping a 9 on that, I think, for myself. Okay. As I was saying, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 485. Tons of ways to support us. Easiest way, freest way, and one of the most helpful ways is just leave us a quick 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. It's very helpful in helping us grow the show. We appreciate it if you did that. If you want to see everything that we do, you can go to our website at passthecontroller.io. That'll link you out to the podcast, video content, cocktail recipes, written reviews, other written content, other video content, whatever it may be. You can find everything we do out of there. If you have bucks kicking around, there's a bunch of ways to support us. You can also find all that, all those links at our website. I think that is it for end of the show housekeeping. As we do with every episode, we do finish with a game. We keep track of the score all year long. The leaderboard as it stands for the year is Dom still in first with 41 points, Todd in second with 37, Mike in third with 23. I have 1 stump. Jen has 1 point. There's a couple of chat points. Jesse is leading the guest leaderboard with a big 3 points. I'm just curious, actually. Scrolling through our yearly predictions to see if anything has really been big.
Silk Song's coming out this year.
Was that someone's? That is a Dom. Dom's gonna get a big point for that. I mean, you also said a new Donkey Kong game gets announced, uses new model. You fucking slam dunk there. Dom can get a rare sweep if they announce a new Mario RPG game. I am probably gonna get no points on mine. None. So for this, I feel like I don't want to go through this now, and I'll just say for the Switch launch week ones, Mike got the only point there.
I don't remember what I said.
Well, I'll say this. Dom and I both said Metroid Prime 4, not a Switch launch week game. Todd said new Animal Crossing. That was a throwaway. And Mike said something that I'd have to double check if it came out the same week, but I'm going to give you the point anyway because it definitely came out within a few weeks if it wasn't the first week. No, it was definitely...
We decided it was 6 months.
Oh, well, so then you and
I... week?
I wrote week. So yeah, if we did decide it was 6 months, then you and I will probably get a point. Todd definitely won't.
I mean, maybe.
Mike said Street Fighter 6. So Mike fucking slam dunked that
shit.
shit. Oh. Mike might get bonus points because they fucking had Amiibo for it. Okay. Anyways, we are going to play a little game that we call Gaming the Meta. The way this works is I pick 3 games. I look up the Metascore on Metacritic.com. We go off of the most reviewed platform. Whoever gets the most points, whoever gets closest to the score gets a point. If they get a bullseye, they get double the points. One of them last week, Dom, was very funny. I forget what it was. I think it might have been... what was it last week? It was a dream... it was a Dreamcast game originally, but the actual most reviewed was for a port later. So it was like very different scores, and it caused some chaos. It was a pretty good one. It was a pretty good one for that reason.
Well, what was the game?
I think it was Jet Set Radio, maybe.
Okay.
It was something that had just got like a straight up port to the 360, so it was grouped as the same game because there was no changes.
Gotcha.
And it was re-reviewed, and it did not review as well as it did for the Dreamcast. I think that's what it was. Anyways, okay. So, Mike, why don't you pop me with a year?
2014.
Let's see. Perfect.
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 2014. Got to go off the correct one here. Perfect. Okay. Released February 21st of 2014 for the Wii U. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Mike, what do you think your boy DK Tropical Freeze did?
DK. Donkey Kong. He's the
Now-
leader.
We
Now,
are going off
I
of
have
the
to
Wii
add-
U review score, not
Okay.
any ports.
Thank you. Okay. was my
Actually, no.
clarification.
I apologize. The most reviewed platform is the Nintendo Switch, so we're going to go off of the Nintendo Switch, not the Wii U score.
What the fuck?
That's the
Do
rule.
people like it?
Todd
I
is
want
locking
to
in an
say-
89.
This is tough
Hmm.
because. Fuck.
Yeah, I feel like this is a
The clarification there is gonna throw me, I think.
I mean, we can do a double here because it's close. It's 77 reviewed on the Wii U and 80 on the Switch. Do you want to have to guess for both? And we can try to get a little double here? Or is that too complicated?
I feel
I
like
don't
that's
know.
too much thinking for me personally, because like I'm not gonna put that. I mean, we can do it, and I'll just say the same number for both, and just hedge my bets on that.
I mean, I'm not saying they're
let's see.
different numbers. They could be the same number.
Yeah,
That
they
could be a 4-point play, Mike.
All right, 93.
Mike's gonna drop a 93. Todd dropped an 89. Dom, you splitting that diff, or where are you going?
I'm gonna go 83 based off the fact that it's the Switch. I feel like it's probably high 80s on the Wii U and low 80s on the Switch.
Man,
I could be wrong.
I wish Todd was here because I would position. It's going to be too complicated to try to convince Todd of anything via text when he's not here. So I don't know what we're going to do. I might just make I'm the judge and I'm going to rule on this myself. If someone feels indifferent or feels a way about it, we can speak about it. But Dom and Todd are the same amount of points away. It is an 86. But it got an 83 on the Wii U. So I feel like Dom should get it because he get 1
Where's
point
from my
because he
thought?
sniped the back end. Or we can just
I don't care.
or the normal rule is we push and we go on to the next game.
It makes little difference to me.
I don't care either.
We'll push because Todd's not here. Todd would probably complain about it anyway if he was here, but I that's like a very unique circumstance that
That's interesting. I would expect that it would do the opposite.
I also
in lower on the Switch.
would have expected it to be flipped. All right, so we're gonna skip that one. And Todd said 2023, or actually, we're gonna redo 2014 because we're gonna have to push this one anyway. So let's do Mike's again, and we will do. Okay, I don't think we've done this before. I think this should be interesting. We are going to go with a game that released on September 9th, 2014. We're going to go off of the PlayStation 4 reviews, because it is the most by a lot, for Destiny, the original Destiny. It was also reviewed for the Xbox One, Xbox 360, and not the PS3.
The original Destiny.
The original Destiny. Now, this could have some scenarios where it might have been re-reviewed, but I feel like it would have been reviewed. I think it would have been tracked separately. I'm trying to scroll through quickly on Metacritic for expansions and not for base Destiny. Like, I feel like the expansion entries probably have their own page. So this is just the aggregate score for OG Destiny. Todd is locking in an 89 yet again. Yeah, looking at the dates of these reviews, they all seem to be from 2014, so I don't think there's re-reviews here. Let me see if I can sort by recently added. Yeah, they're all from 2014. Mike, what do you think?
We all know how much I love Destiny. It's my
Lord
favorite.
Shaxx is your boy.
Lord Shaxx is my boy. The wizard lives on the moon.
Mhm.
Et cetera, et cetera. So we will get what Todd said 89 again.
89.
85.
Okay. Dom, take us home. What do you think?
91.
91. Well,
If it's 90, I'm gonna shoot both of you guys.
on the Xbox One, it has a review score of 75.
Yikes.
And on the PS4, it has a 76. So Mike is the closest.
Yikes.
Mike scooping up a point for that. Next up is Todd, and he said 2023 for some reason. So
I can't believe with the 70. I guess the expansions probably
the
increased the like hype for a
the
sequel.
expansions definitely. Destiny just continued to get better over time. I think part of its low review score was I think people thought it was like not a lot of repetitive shit.
Gotcha.
And then the expansions were like what really got people like, oh no, Destiny is the shit actually.
I guess I can see that.
Let's see. We are gonna go with 2023. I think we'll do this. We're going to go with a game called Hi-Fi Rush. I think we've all played this, right?
I believe so, maybe.
Released January 25th, 2023. It is also reviewed on PC and PS5, but we're going to go off of the Xbox Series X review score for Hi-Fi Rush. Todd is typing. He wrote, LOL, do I just do it again? So I think he's going to write 89 again.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He went
But if
with
it is broke,
he went with an 88.
you fucked up now when I scooped that 89 from him.
Don, what do you think? Hi-Fi Rush.
I feel like I remember this being like low to mid 90s, but I don't remember. I feel like that's what I remember. I'm gonna go 94.
94. Mike, take us home. Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, I also feel like it was like a 90 game, but I don't remember what. So I'll just say 90.
Okay.
You know what? Why not?
If it's a 90, I swear to God.
Well, it didn't make a bit of difference if Todd said 89 or 88 because he is still the closest with an 87.
87.
I'm also surprised it's not a 90 because I feel like everybody loves
I thought
this
it was
game.
yeah. I thought it was like a hot like 90s score, and that's why everyone was so like when they shut down the studio. I thought that's like
PS5 has an 88, PC has a 90, but Xbox is sitting at an 87. Yeah, I don't know. I love this game. I'm surprised that it's in the high 80s and not the low 90s. TBH. All right. Dom, take us home with the year.
I don't know. 2010.
2010. We are gonna. I mean, we just have to now. have to go with Donkey Kong Country Returns, which released on November 21st, 2010. It's very funny that we picked both years that had the other two most recent Donkey Kong games. This is, of course, the original release on the Wii. This is not the HD re-release, so we are going off of the Wii review score. It also came to the 3DS, but we are not going off of that score because the Wii has more reviews. So the Wii review score for Donkey Kong Country Returns. Mike, what do you think? Or we can wait for Todd.
I don't know which game this was, so we'll just
It
say
was the one before Tropical Freeze.
Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, no. I understand it. I'm just saying, like, I literally just can't even.
It's a 3D
Pick
version of Donkey Kong Country.
Oh,
Like 3D side scrolling.
okay. 85.
Wait, hold on. What was 2023? Oh, did I not? Oh, Hi-Fi Rush. I was like, did I not tell Todd 2023?
No, because he said, "Do I do it again?"
Yes, that's why. Because he was like, wait, 2023 is Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, someone just gave me a score, and Todd was confusing me. What did you say, Mike?
I said 85.
85.
Yeah.
Dom, what do you think?
80. I don't want to leave Todd's space. 87.
He's just gonna say 89.
Again?
He's just gonna do 89 again.
Todd doesn't know what the two of you said, so I don't know what he's gonna do. He's not answering me, so he might just
85 gives me 86 through.
I'm like, Todd, what is your score? Question mark. For Donkey Kong. You fuck. Oh my god. Oh, he probably doesn't understand that we're doing a fourth one because the third one was a tie.
Right.
Yeah.
First one didn't count. I'll have Todd's score.
Is it an 89?
It's 88. He's feeling good with 88s now because he got a point. So Mike said 85. Todd said 88. Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. Did you say a final score?
I said 87.
Oh, okay. Well,
if you're giving me the opportunity to change, I don't know if I do want to though. I'll stick.
Okay. Well, you made the right call because Dom's got a fucking bullseye and getting double points for an 87. That's why when you said 86 at first, I was trying not to laugh because
that was me being safe
back and forth.
Well, that was me being safe. I was trying to split between what Mike said and what I assumed Todd was gonna say.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So would have been a 3 points apiece split, but Dom getting that bullseye does give him an additional point this week. So that ends the leaderboard for the week with Dom at 43, Todd at 38, and Mike at 24. There's also, you missed this last week, Dom. There's 6 back-to-back parentheses points for Mike because Mike did 2 solo shows by himself with me. But we didn't obviously play a game because what the fuck would that game be? It would be it would just be Mike gets points. But Mike did say something funny last week where it was like, it would have been funny if you did play the game both those weeks and I got everything wrong and I got no points. You got 6 stumps. I don't know. It made me laugh. I should have just gave Mike general trivia, those three questions. Cool. All right. That'll wrap things up for this week's episode 485. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.